to LECOM Park. This is North Shore 9 present. And this time, a
little bit here. I'm a highlight. I need a little more sunlight here.
I just want to say you called yourself dainty. Doug's. I'm getting some sun. I'm looking. I got the Pirates off the spring. Today they host at LECOM. A little bit of a skeleton crew by the Yankees. Looking at the lineup: Spencer Jones, Ben Rice, Jason Dominguez, Ryan McMahon. But the stars aren't necessarily here for them. So but I'm interested to see how Bubba does. Bubba's first start of the spring. Just based off of how the other starting pitchers have gone, probably 2 innings from Bubba.
Yeah, that's what you look for out of him. It seems like this first week, at least, we're going to see 2 innings out of the starting pitchers. Like you said, not the most lethal Yankees lineup here, but we're going to say it almost every show. Results aren't exactly the most important part of this. It's all about the program. Let's hope the process is good for.
I'm enthused about the lineup. It's for the first 7 guys. It's a regular season lineup, and regular season the Pirates 7. So other than what's Alika Wenzel, how do you say his name? Everybody else is guys that are going to get bats.
We're having internet issue right now, which is the Wi-Fi is not great out here. Actually, not even connected to the.
Yeah, this is what happened. The Norder's not here. We usually run off his
live television. Things happen.
Spring training.
Yeah, bear with a second, you guys.
Good luck this year.
I
love Andy. I want to succeed so.
And I also don't want to talk too much into the mic because it might end up being real.
Okay. Now hopefully we're good. So let's see if this works. All right. I think we're good. I think we're good now. So let's get back to what we were talking about. Bubba Chandler makes his spring debut. I'm super excited to see what Bubba's got. You got to imagine he's going to make the rotation. He's a front runner for NL Rookie of the Year. Not necessarily the front runner, but a front runner. And the way he ended last season got to get you excited with what to expect this season.
For sure. There's no way not to be excited about Bubba based on what he did towards the end of last year. Obviously, you want to see some more length out of him this year. They protected him a bit last year, which I don't blame the Pirates for doing that at all. But this year, he's going to get a little more run. Probably not going to be in as many type of piggybacking situations or early pull. So this is an opportunity for Bubba this year to really rise as a frontline starter in the Pirates organization.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he is an important part of what the Pirates are wanting to do this year. He wasn't great in AAA last year, and so when he came up and then pitched really well and finished really strongly at the major league level, that was how can you not be excited? You can't even say, oh yeah, this was just against quad A players or whatever. He was doing it in the major leagues. He's got electric stuff. He's brimming with confidence. I'm looking forward, to every start. It's Bubba Day. It's going to be the thing.
It's definitely Bubba Day. And I'm with you guys. I said super excited to see what he's got this year. The Pirates rotation is looking really good, but part of that just has to do with a lot of these young guys who haven't really proven themselves. You're just kind of expecting them to be good.
Right.
And so the Pirates need Bubba Chandler to be good.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing him today. A lot of other pitchers scheduled to pitch today as well that are interesting. Hunter Barco supposed to get some work today, probably 2 innings out of Hunter as well. But then Dennis Santana, Kyle Nicolas, Gregory Soto, Bo Burrows, and Brandan Bidois. Brandan Bidois was the minor league pitcher of the year last season for the Pirates. So let's talk about those guys also. Hunter Barco, someone who just had an outstanding season in Double-A last year, got promoted to Triple-A, dealt with a little bit of an injury, made a couple appearances at the end of the season. He's fighting for that 5th rotation spot. Like, it's definitely a battle. It's certainly not given to anyone, and he's in the mix.
Yeah, he is. He's in the mix for the rotation. He's in the mix to, be on the opening day roster, whether that's being in the rotation or coming out of the bullpen in a piggyback type of role.
He's left-handed, right? It would be great.
Yeah.
It would be great if he could force his way into the rotation and be effective. Again, we don't have a bunch of guys going to give you 200 innings. He's going to get his opportunities. We're going to need all these young pitchers to sort of, be stretched out. And Hunter Barco is an important part to what they're planning on doing this year. We need him to be effective. We need that left-handedness. So, let's see what he's got.
I feel like Hunter Barco's in a similar situation that like Jared Jones was in that 2024 spring training, where he was on the outside looking in. Jared Jones pitched his way onto that opening day roster. I think there is a path for Hunter Barco to make this team, and the path is for him to just go out there and just look lights out this spring.
Yeah, that really is the path for him. The Pirates are in a position where they need to put their best 26 guys forward as best they can. Hunter Barco has a chance to be one of those guys. We talked to Fort in the offseason as well. He talked about the increased velocity. I've always loved the Hunter Barco changeup. Like, there's things there with Hunter Barco where he can be a really solid major league arm.
But the way Jared Jones forced his way onto the roster for opening day was, that's how you do it. And I think 5 weeks in to spring training, we still didn't think he would be, because that's not how the Pirates operate. And now we know it's possible. And that, Hunter Barco has to look at that. And if he can pitch that well, if he can be dominant, certainly he can get himself on the opening day roster. Maybe it's just a opener piggyback, maybe a full-fledged starter. But, he's got the opportunities right there in front of him. Let's hope he seizes it.
Dennis Santana also scheduled to pitch today. I feel like with Santana, he's kind of in the boat that we were talking about with Bednar before, where
I'm going to watch the Dennis Santana whole appearance and salute, standing at attention.
But
it won't take long, 7 pitches.
But I think with pitchers like that, you just want them to get through spring, essentially, feel good about their pitches. You're not really looking for much else, are you?
No. Honestly, you're probably just – I don't even know about this because I was going to say you might be looking for the velocity to kind of be there. I remember back Mark Melancon would always start the spring, 88 to 89, and it'd take him a little while to get ramped up. Dennis Santana's not a power guy. He's dope.
He's dope. Yeah, that's it. Dennis Santana, I honestly do not care one thing he does in the spring. I have such belief in him, such belief in his ability. He's so efficient. He is so dope. Whatever he wants to work on, have at it, Dennis Santana, and I'll be there for game 1, to watch you come in and close it out.
Yeah, we'll get into the rest of like what today's game looks like. But I do want to talk about yesterday's split squad. We recapped pretty well in detail what we saw here. But there was another game in Clearwater that we weren't at. We didn't get to see, but someone else was there. So we've got a guest joining us for the next 5 minutes or so to talk about that game in Clearwater because he was there.
It's about to get much younger and much prettier up in here.
Yeah, so we're about to make a little line change. Doug's heading out.
Don't boo me when I come back.
Doug's heading out, and coming into the picture is
Matt
from
Rife?
the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, Colin Beasley. Colin, how are you?
Doing well. I've never gotten to use a mic like this before. I feel famous.
It's fancy, isn't it?
Yeah. This is cool. You guys, this is a real big league setup for the North Shore 9 guys.
Hey, you know what? We're a big league camp. Need the big league setup. But yeah, so you and Jason were the split squad for the Post-Gazette yesterday. He was here. You were in Clearwater. Let's just kind of talk about that game a little bit because I said we were kind of entrenched into the situation here. You had Connor Griffin apparently get robbed of not only a single but a homer as well. Did you get a chance to catch up with him at all, or talk with anybody about those about what he looked like yesterday? Because he was hitting the ball hard.
Yeah, so I on one hand he went 0 for 3. Like that should be clear. He's 0 for 3, he went 0 for 5. I don't want to unnecessarily glaze a kid who did have an 0 for 3 day, but the way he went 0 for 3 was interesting because
an impressive 0 for 3.
It was an impressive 0 for 3. Like the first one was a dribbler that he beat to first, and the umpire called him out even though he was safe
By like 2 feet.
by like 2 feet.
Not even close.
The second one was a fly out to the wall into 20-mile-an-hour wind, kind of like we're experiencing today. Like went onto the warning track. Wind was 20 miles an hour directly in. And the third was a 109-mile liner straight at the right fielder. So it's about as impressive of an 0 for 3 day as you can get. I kind of asked him about this after. I wanted to know what he thought about it, and he said that he's not necessarily tracking results. He was happy with the process and how he felt. But yeah, it's weird to have a day like that where you don't have results, but anyone with 2 eyeballs can see that you took some good swings and shouldn't have been 0 for 3.
Let's talk about Esmeralda Valdez a little bit too. I mean, there wasn't a lot of offense there in Clearwater. He provided all of it with a grand slam. This dude just won't stop hitting. I mean, is there any way, and we were talking about this on Bucko Brew a little bit this morning, but is there any way Esmeralda Valdez makes this team?
I don't think so. I just don't think there's a spot for him. I think that he's kind of in the same category in my mind as the Password, where they're guys who are successful. Pirates like them a lot. Good prospects, top prospects, but there's just not really a spot to play them. And you want these guys to play as much as possible. You want them to be getting everyday reps. They can get that in AAA, which is where I expect both of them to end up. I think that both of them could help the Pirates at some point. I think that the Password's probably ahead of Esmeralda Valdez in that way, but yeah, I don't see them making the team. I was impressed by Valdez's homer yesterday. Obviously, the wind was a little bit weird, but he scorched the ball to the right side. Opposite field home run. It's not like he pulled it. Went opposite field with it.
Yeah, he crushed it. Anything else stand out to you about yesterday's game?
I did want to ask you about Tamar Johnson, if I could.
All right, Tamar.
2 hits yesterday. Are we seeing anything different with Tamar? Is it a different process with him? Has he made any adjustments, or have you heard anything about him yet?
I haven't gotten to watch him too much or talk to too many people about him. Tripled yesterday. Certainly looked good. 2-hit day for him, 2-hit day for Valdez, and that was 4 of the Pirates' 5 hits right there. Callan Moss had the other single. I was impressed with the triple. Definitely looked good off of his bat. Definitely a good swing for him. I haven't gotten to watch him too closely, but he's definitely someone who I think is part of the Pirates' future and anxious to see more of him throughout big league camp.
Before we let you go here, thanks for hopping on. But yeah, anything else about yesterday's game that caught your eye?
I mean, I feel like I've got to give a shout out to Nick Domkowski. Like, this isn't a guy who's going to necessarily be on the major league roster. He's someone who's a non-roster invitee. But he went 1-2-3 against Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, strikeout, aided with some ABS success from Rafael Flores. I saw that a lot of people, like, he allowed the homer to Connor Griffin earlier in camp, and a lot of people were like, oh, who is this guy? Who is Nick Domkowski? And showed his stats and whatever and kind of poo-pooed Griffin for that. But then he went 1-2-3, strikeout against 3 of the Phillies. I mean,
All-Stars.
3 against the Phillies All-Stars. Yeah, 3 of the best hitters in baseball. Obviously, spring training is weird. I'm not going to say that pencil this guy into the Hall of Fame based upon that result, but it did catch my eye.
I think that's what we're saying, actually.
No, I actually think we just said that Connor Griffin's better than all 3 of those Phillies.
Connor Griffin better than all 3 of them.
That works. Yeah, sure.
And
Take the quote
Nick
card.
Domkowski, yeah, Hall of Famer.
Take the quote card right there.
Colin, appreciate you. What are you looking for today with Bubba?
It'll be good to see Bubba against a major league roster. It'll be good with all of these guys, with all these major leaguers. I'm not necessarily tracking results too much. It's just good to see where they're at, where their velo's at, how they're feeling, how they compete. I don't think there's any issue with Bubba Chandler in competing, but it'll be good to see him face off against a team that's not wearing Pirates black and gold.
You think Connor gets a hit today, his first of spring?
Connor Griffin was not in the starting lineup, and I believe I don't think he's playing today.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure was what I saw.
Well, that's a bummer.
Yeah. I look forward to seeing
That's
him
a
play
bummer.
again sometime soon. I'm sure he'll be
He'll
in the
play
roster
again.
sometime soon. I don't think their Pirates are sending him down
That's
from an 0 for 5 start.
Yeah, not anytime soon. All right. Well, yeah. Thank you for hopping on.
Thank you for having me.
We'll talk to you in a bit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Who do I give this
All
back
right.
to?
Line change.
Dougie
Back to
Fresh.
Doug.
Look at this.
Yeah, this is really proof that life is not fair. You go from Colin to me. You poor people.
Want to thank Colin for joining us. To say he was in Clearwater for yesterday's game. I was hoping to see Connor Griffin later today, maybe as a substitution, but he's saying that we might not see Connor today, which that's a bummer. It's 2 days no Connor. What's going on?
Kind of stinks because tomorrow is the away game, Thursday or Wednesday. We might not see him till Thursday.
What are you doing, Pirates? Let's go.
They should know we're here.
Yeah,
He
what are we
should
doing?
be batting 20 times a game. Like it's
They-
spring training. He should get to bat 1 through
Just-
9.
You know that rule? Someone once proposed like you should be able to pick
That was me.
lineup each inning. Was that you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Connor Griffin should just lead off every inning
Right,
of every
exactly.
game.
Connor Griffin needs at bats. If this question is going to be answered, should he start out the season? We can't do it in the clubhouse. He's not going to answer that question not playing.
Also, he's 19 years old. What is this load management we're doing here? He
Yeah.
played 2 days. Now we give him an off day. What are we doing here, Buckos?
Yeah. We need more Connor. All right, back to today's game. Santana again supposed to pitch Bubba and Barco. I also want to talk about your boy Gregory Soto, who you poo-pooed on Sicko Sound Off on Friday, and I just want to make sure that I came to Soto's defense there. I think you're dead wrong on Gregory Soto, Tyler. I think it was an excellent signing. I think he shores up the back end of the bullpen. I think the stuff is still there. The swing and miss is still there. He's a professional reliever that's going to get lefties out, and he can get righties out, and he's someone who I would trust in a late game, close game situation. So we already heard what your thoughts were on this. So I'm going to kick this over to Doug. Doug,
Well,
Gregory Soto.
other than the left-handed, everything you described sounded like David Bednar to me, right? Late inning guy.
Yeah.
And it seems
And he was pretty good too, wasn't he?
Yeah. I don't know if you're familiar with his work, but so it seems to me
Multi-time All-Star too.
right. It seems to me, what it looks like is that you replaced Soto with Bednar. You could have just kept Bednar. Now I know we get Flores back, we get some others, but we thought we traded Bednar for financial flexibility, and then we could have paid him. He's getting paid about the same amount of money. But you're right, Soto. He's left-handed. That's always important. He's been proven durable. Also very important. I think this Pirates bullpen can be very good. I think Soto can be a big part of it. But I do miss Bednar already. So yeah.
Hey, I've made my opinion pretty clear here. I thought there was a better use of money the Pirates could have spent that $7.5 million on.
A third baseman.
One of my issues with Soto is the consistency. There's too often he allows base runners on. The whip's high. The ERA's typically over 4. The Pirates do coach pitching well. Would I be shocked if he turns it around and turns back into the all-star that he was before these last couple of years? Absolutely not. Look, that's just my opinion of the usage of the money. I hope he does well. I'm rooting for Gregory Soto, obviously.
The one guy, if we're talking about one pitcher outside of Chandler and Barco that I am looking forward to seeing the most today, it's Brandan Bidois. Minor league pitcher of the year last year for the Buccos. Just absolutely dominated. He had the crazy streak where it was like 40 some hitters in a row without allowing a hit. The dude's stuff is insane. If you just kind of look at his prospect numbers from AAA, he's the whiff percentage 27.5, zone swing percentage, he's in the 96th percentile. It's a 49% zone swing percentage. The chase rate 97th percentile, 37.8% chase rate. Just gets the strikeouts, limits hard contact. I am super excited to see Bidois. 13 innings pitched in AAA last year, didn't allow a run. He only gave up 1 hit in those 13 innings. 1 hit in 38 at bats. That's a 26 batting average against last year. He was added to the 40-man this season, and fastball, slider, changeup, flashes a little bit of a curveball in there too, but the stuff's nasty, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him live today.
For sure. That's one that stop what you're doing. Let's see this one because he could be here in a hurry. Like, you don't get guys out like this at this rate without having some nasty stuff.
Yeah. I don't care what level you're doing it at, right? I mean, a 26 batting average, it sounds like 3 of our hitters.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, he's one of the guys. It was him and Mason Montgomery that I wanted to see, that I was curious about. I can hardly wait to see him pitch today. I mean, like this kid could be here soon, which would include opening day. I mean, if he is that effective, if he's limiting contact and limiting hits like that, that sounds like it's just a dynamic weapon. You bring him up now, let him pitch in the 5th, 6th inning and work his way into the later situations, because that stuff just seems nasty.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Bidois is going to make this team out of camp, but it's encouraging that, like, you're talking about these, like, depth arms out of the bullpen. We heard some unfortunate news about Ryan Harbin earlier today. We'll get to that, but, like, Bidois being kind of in there. Kyle Nicolas kind of looks like a depth guy at this point too, but you've got these guys who are competing for that last spot in the bullpen, and, like, they're legit guys.
Yeah. We've come a long way from the Tyler Beatties of the world.
Yeah. No, you're right.
And Billy Murphy needs to earn his money now. He's got the arms. He's got the horses, as they say. Now he needs to coach them up, and let's get him in there and let's get outs.
Also, I know nothing about Brandan Bidois' father, but I'm sure he's way cooler than Tyler Beatties. That's all.
Well, Tyler Beatties' dad was pretty cool. He didn't like you.
Has not blocked you yet. Yet is the key word, I think. Right?
One guy I did mention there, Ryan Harbin, got some news today. He sustained an arm injury to the teres major and lat muscle, sort of like a Johan Oviedo, Tim Meza injury last year. He's not going to throw for 6 weeks, and then they'll repeat the imaging after that. So some bad news about Ryan Harbin, who was added to that 40-man also this offseason. Nasty stuff from him too. So that's some bad news. Some other injury news. Jack Brannigan at the game yesterday got hit in the nose with a ball. He's got a broken nose. So that sucks. He's going to have some follow-ups tomorrow to determine some sort of a time frame. Todd Tomczyk also talked about Jerry Jones, said that he looks really good. And the goal is to get him major league ready at that 1 year mark from that surgery. So some good news about Jared Jones, some not so good news about Ryan Harbin. And I said Jack Brannigan, broken nose. So we'll hear more about that later. But it sucks because Brannigan is a guy I mentioned about wanting to kind of see what he could do this spring. And doesn't sound like we're going to see much Jack Brannigan.
And for him, there's opportunity, right? I mean, third base is still a question mark. Triolo may step up and lock it down, or, we might find him better in that super utility position. I'm not expecting Brannigan to, come up and storm the roster or anything, but the opportunity is there for him. And it's, it's a shame to take one in the nose, your first or second game. Jared Jones looks great. I mean, he's walking around here, camp. He's throwing the ball. He looks 10 feet tall and bulletproof. His confidence, it does not seem to the least bit shaken by the injury. And Harbin, hopefully he gets back and gets healthy.
Tyler, you got some updated FanDuel odds for us, right?
I do. And just digging around FanDuel, looking for some good Pirates bets right now. FanDuel has added odds to make the playoffs. The Pirates now at plus 250 to make the playoffs. That's
are kind of wild.
That's pretty wild here.
I'm stunned. I didn't.
I
was
the
first time
250.
hearing of that. Are you sure you didn't miss a zero?
I know.
I want to say last night when I looked, it was like plus 340. So
plus 250.
They've, you know what? It's this 3-0 hot start.
Now, granted, that is in Ohio as well. Could be different odds in Florida. I'm not sure, but
I don't know. Maybe.
Come to Ohio.
Impressive. Plus 250.
Plus 250 to make the playoffs.
I wonder what that ranks.
I was trying to do some math here, the odds to make the playoffs off that.
I wonder what ranking in the NL that is.
We'll get back to you on that
if you went into that depth, but no, that's pretty interesting. But yeah, today, colder day here at LECOM. It's 55. So for all of you back in Pittsburgh where it's like 30 and snowy, it's 55 here. The sun's out, but it is a little chilly. The wind is blowing out to right field today. way out to right field today. So if you're a left-handed hitter and you just like pop it up to the right side, that Gulf Stream is gonna might propel it out of here.
Yeah, unfortunately today the Pirates have a lot of righties in the lineup. Ryan Yarbrough on the mound for the Yankees. Really, O'Hearn's probably the only one that's going to have a shot here to send one out.
Brian Reynolds.
He's going to hit from the right side.
Yeah, I guess.
I think there's only one lefty in the lineup today.
All right. Well, O'Hearn.
And O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah, O'Hearn.
O'Neal Cruz.
Oh, we got Cruz. Yeah, and O'Neal Cruz. It's the first time seeing Cruz this spring.
Yeah.
At least
Batting lead off.
Right.
Yeah, he's batting lead off.
Yeah.
And
Another one.
the outfield with O'Hearn, Reynolds in left, and Cruz in center. That's probably what you're going to see on opening day.
Batting lead off against the tough lefty too. So,
Right.
Like that's one of the things that you want to see from O'Neal Cruz this spring is like you don't want him to be a platoon player. So he's got to hit lefties a lot better than he did last year. He doesn't have to be great against them, but he's got to be passable. So tough lefty today on the mound for the Yankees, Ryan Yarbrough. So yeah, O'Neal Cruz, tough test. With that said, it's about 35 minutes to game time here. So we're going to hop off here, but make sure you like the video, subscribe to the page. If you're listening to this on podcast form afterwards, leave a review for us. We're going to have a day 2 recap for you following this. Hopefully have kind of similar to what we had yesterday. We'll have the Don Kelly press conference on there. Maybe try to grab a player as they walk off the field to talk about that as well. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, Pirates Yankees today. We'll be back with something later tonight for you guys. With that said, this was North Shore 9 presented by FanDuel. We're out.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube, if you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.